Hello, I'm Terry Siebenmorgen. I'm a faculty member in the Food Science Department here in the University of Arkansas's Division of Agriculture. I also direct the University of Arkansas Rice Processing Program. The Rice Processing Program is supported by corporate sponsors who have direct interests in the processing and utilization of rice. But it's also supported by rice producers in Arkansas through the Rice Checkoff program in Arkansas. One of the areas that we have worked on a great deal is the impact that nighttime air temperatures play during kernel development on many of the attributes that determine rice quality. With a project that I want to talk more in detail about that involves the 2010 crop year, which was a historically high temperature year and a historically low milling quality year for Arkansas rice producers. One of the key studies that is a part of this overall effort was that done by Dr. Paul Counts at the Rice Research and Extension Center in Stuttgart. His work showed that there are several key reproductive growth stages that are particularly vulnerable to the impact of nighttime air temperatures. In particular, the R6 through R7 and R8 reproductive stages show that if kernels are exposed to high nighttime air temperatures during these critical stages, chalk will often manifest itself. Chalk is a quality defect that is represented by a non-translucent opaque section in the rice kernel. And we know also then that chalk plays critical roles in milling quality and even down the road end-use processing such as puffing that you would see in the production of puffed rice. Several of these studies were conducted in growth chambers, in phytotrons, and even in historical analyses of data that we already had in the Division of Agriculture. However, one of the latest studies that we did that included the 2010 crop year was one we conducted through the Arkansas Rice Performance Trials. In that particular study, we harvested rice at various moisture contents at 6 locations throughout Arkansas, from southern Arkansas to northern Arkansas, and it also encompassed several varieties of rice, including those that are very susceptible to nighttime air temperature to those that are very resistant to that. So what we have found is that, again, it's during the critical stages of R6 through R7 and R8 when the kernels are actually being formed. What we believe happens during the times these kernels are in these critical stages is that exposure to high nighttime air temperature disrupts the enzymatic process of converting glucose formed during the day into starch that's packed into the kernel and actually forms the kernel, and is so important to the post-harvest processing of rice. We have found that not all cultivars respond the same or have the same susceptibility to high nighttime air temperatures. This actually provides hope for the future in that we are now hoping to find the genetic markers that are responsible for this susceptibility. The work now being done by Dr. Counts and the breeders in the Division of Agriculture is very critical in that if we can find the genetic markers responsible for this trait, we hope to be able to develop new cultivars that are not as susceptible to nighttime air temperatures, even in years in which the nighttime air temperatures and daytime temperatures were extremely high.